Yes, Biafra, we have emerged triumphant from all our foes. Through the crucible unscathed, we passed victorious. Our trumpets pealing the glorious song. Play it, sing it, all hail Biafra. Oh, hail Biafra, we shall always remember all that perished in the struggle for our freedom. All hail our heroes, our prayer shall be known both day and night. Say them always, all hail Biafra. All hail Biafra. Now our star shines everywhere. We crave humility. God guide and protect us all. All hail your wisdom, shielding us from fury, unleashed by our enlightenment. Biafra, shining forever.
In the heart of Biafra's land, where courage blooms, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands, defying darkened tombs. A beacon of hope, a voice soon yielding. He fights for justice, freedom, heart's true healing. Mazi asume kwensu, your spirit ablaze, guiding your people through the tumultuous mazes. From prison walls you sing defiance and truth, a symphony of liberation, unwavering in you. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. Chains may bind, but not the soul. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, your purpose takes its toll. The world may turn away, blind to your plight, yet your flame burns brighter, igniting the fight. Behind prison bars you weave tales of courage, a tapestry of resistance woven without rage. Your words pierce the silence like sunbeams through rain, calling for freedom's dawn, breaking every chain. Freedom, freedom, let it echo across the hills, where rivers flow and dreams ascend, where hope fulfills. Biafra's anthem rises, carried by winds so strong, a melody of resilience, a battle cry, a lifelong song. song is a creative expression and tribute Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's situation is complex, and the song does not capture all aspects. Let us continue to hope for justice and peace. Dun dun.
Oh nana, Mr. Bobsy, I want speak my mind.
Gucci Beats.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Oh, now go with the go so. Herdsmen they kill us every day, but them busy they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Move it down. I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive am. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses, but now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive am. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. Oh nana, Mr. Bobsy, I don't speak my mind. Lord, come save my people.
Biafra banani obele nwa onye fere ibeku Chukwu zitelani Chukwu okike bịa mazitelie ka ọ bịa dọpụ ụmụ Biafra na-akpụ ka ọ dọpụ anyị na-abụ Naijiria Chukwu zitelani ma ndị ilofe ajụzila ajụnụ mana anyị nwekwa mmeri agbụrụ obele nwa na 2015 ụbọchị enyanụ anyị wee mebe ife dị n'ime ya anyị wee jebu n'ikpelu wee chọba ndị kpọrọ anyị na mkpọrọ ndị gbochiri anyị ka anyị na-achọ ma anyị fụrụ ofe ole n'ụwa ka ịmala na fa na-agbazi ọsọ na-achụzi fa mana fa mara na anyị nwe mmeri n'ife ọ bụ na anyị tinyere aka n'ụwa na-agala anyị ya ka anyị ji bụrụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma Nnamdi Kanu kedụzi ife mesịrị na odogwa na-ebula abụka abatago obodobo nwa onye fere ibeku abalaze na akpọ ya ode kalaka ife mena ya n'elu ụwa ka ibili ị ga-adị ndụ n'elu ụwa fụ Biafra isojesi nwa onye olu mba n'ọmụ na-ekwu akụmọfọ na nini ịgafe ife ọma ebe isi na anyị ga-enwere onwe anyị wee bulie n'isi ife ọma ga-abụ nke ya ngwa kenebenu Kanu
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ike abụgo ndị ilo ya
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ike abụgo ndị ilo ya
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ndị ilo yi na-achọzi dialogue
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ndị ilo yi na-achọzi dialogue
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị
Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị mmeri ga-abụ nke gị
Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị ọhamadike Biafra odegwu
Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week. We all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely. Why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribal protest. But it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigeria with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very dark black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform. And I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom. This is Mazi Ezumezumwe as I welcome you to this wonderful edition. Please endeavor to welcome others is very important. We are live at our various platform on Facebook, Mazi Ezumezumwe. This page we have there is no much follower on this page. Please follow us on this page. Let's build it because it's the only page that is don't have any distinction, but we have lower fans, lower people that follow me there. Please follow me there. Mazi's Mezonwe. Also, we are live at Mazi's Ikechukwu Ezumezu. We are also live at Ikechukwu Umadi Ezumezu. As we welcome you, please endeavor to welcome others. We're also live on X Ando, Chukwud Benjamin Ezumezu. We are live there. And we're also live on YouTube, our wonderful YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. We are 709 people subscribe on the YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. It's very important that in as much you are my fans, in as much you are hardcore, IPOB hardcore, in as much you love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's very, very important to subscribe on this YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu, because our videos are entered there. But on Facebook is pulling down some videos. They will tell you so time they are pulling this video down, and there's nothing you can do. So it's really important that you subscribe on our YouTube, Ikechukwu Izumezu, and share the link WhatsApp to your WhatsApp group and your friends. Invite your friends. This is the channel anyị na-ekwu ka o si wee dị. This is the channel anyị na-eti mmadụ oti mgbọrọgwụ weta eziokwu Chineke. This is the channel we say it without missing word. This is the only channel anyị atụnye gị ya sị gị na ya ka ọ dị. Anyị kwa agha aka anyị sị gị na ebe ị ya ada. This is the only channel ị ya pụta nụ eziokwu akọrọ mmiri. No, anything ị ya anụ here is the fact. But we are not telling you that we're 100% correct. But if we want to have facts, take it to bank. If we whatever. And we stand to be collected. Anything I email, you better go know. Adiloma, we stand to be collected. That is it. So this Mazi Ezumezu Kwensu, as I welcome you once more again, please endeavor to welcome others is very important. As you all know, on 26 have come and gone, and a lot of us have seen the outcome of the courts. A lot of us have seen the outcome of the courts. The Justice Omotosho, or whatever his name is, say that IPOB leader should open the defense team for the trial to start. And we are saying to him, how will this trial start? How? Do you forget the way and manner IPOB leader was brought in Nigeria? Extraordinary rendition. And guess what? The lawyer said that there's no any evidence that shows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. That tells you Nigeria, obodo ụmụ ajọ mmụọ. Nigeria obodo ụmụ ajọ mmụọ. Everything that about extraordinary rendition, even the Supreme Court talk about it. The Kenya court passed judgment on it. But this judge said that there is no any evidence. Well, we'll come to that. But the issue is that my people, we should all open our hearts. This program, don't be biased. And this program at end, when I put up my link, I would like you to come in with your videos. Be man enough, be woman enough. If you believe in Biafra, it's time we face it. Where I don't put phone number here, no. So if you check the flyer said global conspiracy against IPOB, the Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. Global conspiracies against Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. Maybe a lot of you may say, can you global conspiracy against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? I always maintain here, if you are my fans, here that the people that are holding our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, it's not Nigerian government. It's not the Igbo politicians. It's not the governors. The people that are holding our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is UK government, the Western world, UK government, those companies, those oil companies in our land. These are the people. And these companies, they belong to various countries. United Kingdom, United States of America, Germany, France, Belgium, Switzerland, Norway, Sweden, Finland, Italy, Spain. Name it. Name it. And I took here cards this evening. There is a global conspiracy against Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. Now I will use two previous people that have the mind to do what Onyendu is doing, but they are late today. I will use them as an example. Then you will know where I'm coming from. Now let me start from Isaac Bolo. We all know Isaac Dakabolo. He's an German. He's a very brilliant man during time, fearless. Isaac Dakabolo. He was a student of University of Nigeria and Soka. He contested at the student union. The first time he did not win. Second time he did not win. The third time he won. And as Dakaboro was the first person that take the Nigerian government to court. Yes, as Dakaboro did that. That when he was a student president, he was so powerful. And the Northerners, they find that spirit in him. And he was used by the Northerners. He was used by the Northerners. His father was not happy with him. Even when he was about to declare the Niger Delta country, so his father was against him, even his brother, because he was used, he was manipulated by the Northerners, supported by the Britain to do that, just because they want them to be out from old Eastern region. His game plan, divide and rule system. They promise him that we are going to support you. We are going to You're going to have your own country, your own state, you control your own resources. They promise him. At the end of the day, our brother is Dakabolo pick arm against us, against Nigeria. And guess what? That time was old Eastern Legion. Ojukwu was in charge then, and Ojukwu arrested them. I think there were 12 in number, but guess what? Ojukwu did not buy him. Ojukwu did not buy him because Ojukwu knew that guy is a material, but he was manipulated by the Northerners. I'm not going to go into the in-depth analysis about Azikabula. Just I want to cut it from up. So when he was arrested, he was sent to prison. He was put in prison in the north. Put in prison in the north. Along the line, the Biafra war broke out, and the Northerners released him to fight alongside Nigerian soldiers. And during the and because of the Adakabolo, Nigeria government was able to capture the coastal region. It's just because of the Adakabolo, the role Adakabolo played. And a lot of people was executed. Both their chief, because they all then the coastal region, they are the chiefs there, the elders there are not happy with him, what he's doing. But Nigeria government use him, sponsor him, as Dakabolo enter the coastal region because that was where he was born. He know all the click and everything. He helped Nigeria government to capture the coastal region. But guess what? Towards the end of the war, he was taken out. He was taken out. They take him out. Who take him out? The same Nigeria government he fight alongside with. They take him out because they knew that he's going to be another stubborn head. Guess what? Oil. That oil. They knew that he's going to be another stubborn head. They take him out. That is the first conspiracies against Biafrans. They take Adakabulu out by the same country he fight alongside with. Guess who did that? The Westerners. That was how they planned it. They took his life out. Then the second person was who? King Salowiwa was the second person. King Salowiwa was used against Igbos, against his own brothers. During the war, he also played a major role against his own brother, his own siblings, Igbos. He was used. Then after the war, they keep promising him until it was done on him that these men are using him. He now do what? He take arm against the oil in the legion. Is that share? And rest of them telling them that no, they cannot take oil anymore. Guess what? He was captured by Abacha regime and he was executed. And remember, King Saro-Wiwa and Abacha was very, very close friends. Very, very close friends. Very, very close friends. Because King Saro-Wiwa said, no, this is injustice against my own people. The pollution and the rest. No, we need to control our resources. That was the second conspiracy again. Guess what? They take him out. They take him out. They take him out. I want you guys to connect the dots. When I say that the conspiracies, global conspiracies against our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. Anybody in Old Eastern Region that have grow wings and say, no, we need to control our resources. We need that. They will come after you. They will come after you. So there's a global conspiracy against Onyeduma Azin Nnamdi. What you see that happened in the cult was the handwork of the Western world. I must be honest with you. Was the handwork of the Western world, or the Westerners. Now tell me, who enacted the law that the extraordinary rendition is an international crime? Is it not the same Westerners? Now, how did they brought Mazi Kanu in? He was kidnapped in Kenya and extraordinary rendition him to Nigeria. Tell me one single Westerners that have condemned it. I said, tell me one single Westerners that have condemned it. Or did they don't know? Did the American government condemn it? No. The EU condemn it? No. How about UK? Did they condemn it? No. Remember, Mazi Kanu is their citizen. And as a matter of fact, when Onyendu's family took Nigerian government, take some British government officials to court, UK government to court in UK, up to the Supreme Court. Do you know what they said to the judge? the government persecutor, the government lawyer, tell the judge that this issue is a national security. Now, this issue is a national security, and we all know when they tell this is a national security, we all know what it means. And this is how the judge in Supreme Court say, okay, they are looking up to Nigeria before they can pass their judgment. They cut. Did we see the right on that issue? The answer is no. But that right will right. So I want to tell you about these global conspiracies against Mazi Nnamdi. And what is seen is not that Nigeria, it's not just Nigeria government. No. It's a global conspiracy. The moment we are going to the oil, and remember, the natural gas is there. Gas is getting more. It's getting more important than oil now. So the moment you are trying to tamper what is in the land, the gas, the oil, these people will come. They will come in different ways. They will use your brother. They will use your wife. They will use your cousin. They will use your government against you because they have everything. They have everything. Are you going to bribe them? Nothing. What price are you going to give? What price? Nothing. The only price that you can give on this is life. And that's why Mazi Nnamdi said, either Biafra or death. Let's say it the way it is. And the only Mazi Nnamdi understand it and told us that what will save us is uprising. Uprising. Well, yeah, one of his speech, he told us that's uprising. Do you see what they are doing is buying out time? What they are doing is to buy out time. Now, our team of lawyers, the Wise Council, Barrister Maxwell, the Wise Council, and the rest of them, the Wise Council, Barrister Jimako, Maxwell, Jude, name them, there are a lot of them. Let me get some lawyers. They say they're going to supply the judge. He said he needs the evidence. They're going to supply him the evidence of that Mazi Nnamdi was ordinarily in addition to Nigeria, was kidnapped in Kenya. But I want you to mark today's date, to mark this program. As soon as they will supply him all the evidence, you know what he will say? He will tell you, yeah, they need time to verify the document, the report. They are buying that time because Mazi Nnamdi can refuse to betray his own people. Do you think negotiation is not going on? Now I'm asking you, do you think that negotiation is not going on? Okay, I want you guys to listen to Alex Oti. Let's listen to Alex Oti.
Good evening, sir. My name is Ivoko, and I report for Vanguard Newspapers. Your Excellency, yesterday, elders from different states in the southeast stormed Abia Government House, protesting the continued detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has been seeking justice for Igbo. And their message was to plead with you to prevail, to get across to your brother governors in the southeast to prevail on Mr. President to consider releasing Nnamdi Kanu, more especially considering the fact that up north, so many local governments, as we speak, in Katsina State in particular, have signed an agreement, peace deal, with bandits who are mass murderers. How come that Igbo elite, more especially our governors, are not doing something towards that? In Enugu early this year, when Mr. President visited, Igbo leaders missed that opportunity to, as a group, ask for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's release. Glad enough, you've told us that on Friday, Mr. President will be coming to Abia, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is from Abia State. I hope Abia will not miss yet another opportunity to, as a people, ask for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Steve Oko, you asked a question about the detention of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And your question is a good question. We have been engaging on the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But the level at which we are engaging and the discussions that have happened and the assurances that have been received are not for public consumption, since it may hurt or derail the process. But you can take it for granted that as his governor, I'm in the forefront of ensuring that he comes back home. And all the Southeast governors are in tandem. So we are discussing it.
You guys hear from our Soti. I hope you guys hear from our Soti what he said. I hope you guys understood what the governor said. He said they are discussing about the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but it's not meant to be public. There are discussions going on, but the issue is that onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Olomadike ndị Igbo don't want to betray his people. Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that either Biafra or death. Onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't want to compromise on this journey. Believe me, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have accepted their offer, Onyendu will be out before now. Onyendu will be out before now. If Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have accepted their offer or their bargaining, Onyendu will be out before now. What they are discussing, you see this oil must flow to abroad. You see this pipe of gas that they are laying must go across Europe, must go over Europe. But guess what? They knew as soon as Mazi can have his way, that everything will do what? We change. No business as usual. When Onyendu Mazi told the world that even the oil they are pumping, they told us is 2 million barrels every day. Onyendu said that even Nigerian government don't know how much crude oil they are pumping out. How many barrels of crude oil they are pumping out? Nigerian government don't know. When Onyendu made this openly, people say you don't know what you are saying. Until NMPC group manager came out and said that they don't even know how many barrels of crude oil they are taking out. Can you imagine? But listen, go to Saudi Arabia. A drop of crude oil is accounted. Is accounted. Go to Saudi Arabia. A drop, a drop. They know. But in Nigeria, nothing. We have almost 50 something pump or whatever or discharging crude oil or loading crude oil across, to exports. Almost 50 something pump. Nigerian government don't know. Take it to bank. If Africa get itself back, get itself, Europeans will be coming to Africa to seek for asylum. If Africa manage to get itself, believe me, the Westerners will be coming to Africa seeking for asylum. And seeking for asylum. So when I say that there's the global conspiracies against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about. All those things you see playing out was masterminded by Westerners, led by British government. Now ask yourself again. In 2022, UN group, one of the group in UN, told Nigeria government to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. To release Mazi UN. And they give Nigeria time. That time have gone and gone. Do you hear anything from UN again since then? Do you had anything again from UN up to today? The answer is no. UN group opinion, and I think UN opinion, a group. Do you hear anything? No. We have protested in EU offices in Belgium. What did they say? What did they do? Nothing. Trump, the first time he came to power, IPOB supported him. Even the second supported him. Protested instead of Nigeria in Port Harcourt. Some of them are seen in prison today. Do you hear anything Trump said about us? Nothing. Nothing. Israel, we love our leader, love and everything. Our leader was there, everything. Have you heard the state of Israel, the government, pronouncing, saying about the nation of Onyendu, the kingdom of Onyendu? Did you hear what they said? Did they say anything? Nothing. There's the global conspiracies against Biafrans and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because of what? The resources. The resources of Nigeria sustain Europe. The resources of Africa sustain Europe. So if you think it will be easy, it's not be easy. Because these people have money. They make money. Their name is money. They wake up is money. Their night will be money. Go mention it. The only price someone can pay for them is life. And that's for you to say uprising. You know, this is my program today, or when I go, all the iche. Program. No. Program this night the iche. I will tell you guys the loot of this problem. Nigeria government negotiating with bandits, with terrorists, giving them peace deal. Someone they say that he alleged he speak was in DSS dungeon for going to 5 years. But someone that committed the crime, buying a lot of civilians, a lot of soldiers, a lot of police, they gave him peace deal. Do you know why? Because he have not tampered that oil. It's not that person is not going to that oh yes, we want to have our state, to have our future in our in our hands, to control our future. No. Global conspiracies. Nwanne ọma dị izi kịta ka anyị eke ajụ n'ume ibe nna arịọ Chukwu okike abịa ma ọ bụrụ na ọ daa nke egbe egbe ka nka dịkwa fit ka nsogbu dị fit now mma gbalata n'ụlọ ibe nna arịọ Chukwu okike abịa ma. It's not going to be easy because these people control the world. These people, they control the world. So if you think it will be easy, Oga, these people will use your wife against you. They will use your brother against you. Look at what's happening in our great family, IPOB. Look at what is happening in our great family, IPOB. But the hardcore still remain. Those hardcore Onyendu said about still remain intact. But guess what? Look at what's happening. Then how will on earth that someone that called himself a DOS member, and they say that person is in charge of ESN. ESN is our last hope, right? Right? Our last hope. Because they are there to protect us from this bandit terrorists. There's someone they say that is in charge. Quote, is in charge. Someone they say is in charge. Someone they say is in charge of ESN. Called China Sawanketa. Will come on Radio Biafra and say that if Nigeria government want to buy our leader, they will do it. We can only protest for a few months. Everybody will do what? We go back home. Now, how will somebody make such statement on air and knowing that that Radio Biafra, all the world is centered? People are listening to Radio Biafra from DSS, Nigeria government. Name them, all those agencies along the way are listening to Radio Biafra. And especially when he want to come on air to speak, they will listen to him. Then someone that is the last hope that IPOB have will make such statements. But guess what? That's what Onyendu say. Onyendu say that it will take you 160 years to get to the bottom, to get to the top of IPOB. Do you know my happiness? Chinasa Nworu is only controlling few ESN. More than 80% are in order with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And you cannot see them on media. They obey the instruction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And what is that instruction? Be in our farm, protect our mothers, protect our fathers. Don't allow the janjaweed to take over our land. They are there. More than 80% are as intact. China Sawanketa confuse some the ones they feel that it can know he have it can have it can control, and some fall in the hands of Simon Ekpa, and some that China Sawanketa take to Governor Soludo. Some of them are still there. Some of them end up in Agune chamber. So what I'm trying to say is that these people have all the capacity to manipulate you, to cause confusion, to create divide and rule system. They knew that if we are so united, it will give them very headway. That's why they created all those fashions. Dave Umayo told you that they're going to create a parallel IPOB. All those things is to make sure that they divide us. So the more they divide us, the more weak we are getting. But if we are together, it will be so hard. That is why he will tell Ukwaziza. Talking about Ukwaziza. But he will tell Faiza Mary like this. But guess what? At the end, we shall win. At the end, we shall win. Only one this thing into late street here. Up on the way Austin. Austin, so you are out to attack Mazi Chinasa Nwuru. Out to go on phone on my channel. Today, I have for Chinasa one kita. Today is just to tell Biafrans the global conspiracies against IPOB leader and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans. It's not about Chinasa one kita. So I won't know, so you are out. One day go and watch my program on me about Chinasa one kita. But now, let me also ask you. You that are saying that, so you are out to attack Chinasa one kita, even Nakwe, or the name Nakwe. Let me ask you, this statement or making, okay, let me see. I want to play this statement for you. Then be man enough to respond when you hear it from Chinasa one kita. Biafra, hold on. Here we go. It's downloading. I think by next month we are changing our Steam yard. We are changing our Steam to another one. Okay, Austin. Oh yeah, Austin, be man enough.
That is why the moment
Austin, if I want all going to hear me now. Now, be man enough to respond after you listen to this now. Oh yeah.
The moment Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, the government set in with their machineries. The reason of keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu till death is not that if the Nigerian government wants to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya, anywhere that they will kill him. If the Nigerian government could be able to adopt Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and hold him for complete 8 days, before bringing him to court. I want everybody to put this in his mind. They were also having the power to eliminate him. They have the power, even for 3 years in their custody. I'm telling people something. If the Nigerian government want to eliminate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu inside the custody, they will do it. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life. It's a reality every one of us must put in their mind. Inside the custody, they will do it. We can only fight for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. People will get tired. People will be killed. People will continue their life. It's a reality every one of us must put in their mind. That is why I said on most times I make the post. I say, what you can get through deception, there is no need to use force. What you can use your brain to manage. The moment.
So, Austin, I want you to respond to this. Today with first saying about my program. I want you to respond to this statement from Chinas and Wanketa. I want you to give me response though. That now a man all where DOS member, so now in charge of ESN, made such statement on air, on Radio Biafrans, the whole world's listening to. I want you be man enough to respond to me, Austin. Look, you were first and they follow me here, but when they follow me, I can block. Go and ask them. Oh, man, this and we make very small space. Very small space can win. Even the Wezo Chineke. We are not chasing crowd. Look, you were that in America, they follow me, I can block. Go. You can give a weapon. But now, be man enough or ask me for my link. I want to cancel my link here, but come and defend this statement, Chinas and Wanketa on air. Biafrans, let's continue our program. So, like I said, global conspiracies. Global conspiracy, that is why they make sure in our family we are not together. And they thought that they have destroyed IPOB. But never. IPOB we are na-egbu achara na-eto. And na-egbu achara na-eto. I want you to imagine. I want Simon Ekpa listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't allow Satan to use you. I want Simon Ekpa listen to our leader and be in line with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want Chika Paul Edoziemu, aka Element Gate, listen to Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and obey his instruction. We are together. Do you think that Egwamanjide, this Westerners and their government, and Majun, do you think that they will not be afraid of our movement? Do you think that Onyendu will still be in this up till now? And Majun, let's be honest to ourselves. How much is the house Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left needs to be divided. If not, they will not achieve their aim. They knew that house Mazi Nnamdi Kanu left must be divided. If not, they will not achieve their aim. And that is why you started seeing all those problems. But guess what? The hardcore are still here, standing by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are still here standing by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And at the end, we shall always win. We shall always win at the end. I want to play a couple of videos, please. Let me play a couple of videos. But before then, let's go for a break. When we come back,
I want to use this opportunity to appreciate Nigerians for their support since I released the first video yesterday about free Nnamdi Kanu protest. This protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina last week. We all know that for years Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And as I'm talking to you, Nnamdi Kanu is having and he's battling with health challenges even while in prison. But it's rather unfortunate with the display of shame and disgrace that happened in Katsina by the bandit commander. The question we ask, do we have a country? The question we need to ask, do we have a nation? The question we need to ask, do we have a constitution? And if we have a constitution, then as Nigerians, we need to ask ourselves and ask the federal government question, why the double standard? If the bandit commander can come and address Nigeria like schoolboys and address Nigeria by threatening Nigerians, by killing one of the headers, that he will kill more Hausas and Northerners, and he is moving freely, why should Nnamdi Kanu should still be in prison? The question I ask, why the double standard? And it is a question that every Nigerian should be asking. Double standards by the federal government of Nigeria. And that is why the call for one Nigeria, one voice protest is born out of sincerity and honesty, equity and justice for all Nigeria citizens. One Nigeria, one voice protest. One Nigeria, one voice protest is a national call for all Nigerians of good conscience. It's not a regional protest. It's not a tribal protest, but it's a sincere protest born out of sincerity. I am calling of all Nigeria with good conscience to come out in mass. Those in Jos, Plateau, Kaduna, Kogi, and Abuja to come on Independence Day at Eagle Square to support this call. And I'm also calling on very dark black man to help us. Abuja is your constituency. We are coming from the north. You can help us to call the IG of police in preparation to this protest. The Rate president, I know you have the platform. And I'm also calling of all the Nigerian bloggers and social media influencers, those with good conscience and sincerity, so that our brother Nnamdi Kanu will be free. I'll bring up subsequent videos in preparation for this call and for this peaceful protest. May God bless Federal Republic of Nigeria.
What we are doing with IPOB and Biafra has never been done in Africa before. Nelson Mandela fought white people. Azikiwe fought white people for independence. Nkrumah the same. What we are fighting is the stupidity of the black man in Africa. And that is a greater demon to slay than just fighting a mere mortal. So the battle we are engaged in is enormous. And I pray so too will be the greater the glory. What we are doing with IPOB and Biafra has never been done in Africa before. Nelson Mandela fought white people. Azikiwe fought white people for independence. Nkrumah the same. What we are fighting is the stupidity of the black man in Africa. And that is a greater demon to slay than just fighting a mere mortal. So the battle we are engaged in is enormous. And I pray so too will be the greater the glory.
Oh, Nana. Mr. Bobsy, I want to speak my mind.
Gucci Beats.
Nigeria don't enter one chance, I swear. Oh, now go with the go so, go so. Herdsmen, they kill us every day, but them busy, they campaign again. After they failed all the promises they made, oh, then they praise themselves. Oh, why the masses were supposed to give them the praises we they here they run to? Who be that? I blame it on the religious leaders. I blame it on the traditional rulers. People were supposed to fight for the people, they don't compromise. Shame on the rebellious brothers. People will cry with us during answers. Today them don't join those oppressors, they eat jollof. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. They no even care, they no even send. Say the people they die of hunger. Hungry dog is an angry dog. One day you go bite the owner. Idle man is the devil workshop. Many youths for Nigeria no good job. And the country the youths got no future. The country is gone, that's on period. Move it up. I blame it on the judiciary leaders. I blame it on the electoral officials. People were supposed to save the nation, but they collected bribe. Shame on the armed forces. People were supposed to protect the masses, but now them they shoot us anytime they hear our voice. Something on the smell of. Very soon now we go perceive them. The havoc where this government they cause na time bomb. It go soon explode. Revolution they come oh. It dey very close and they feel am oh. When the power of the people we triumph, the power of the people in power. Oh na na, Mr. Bobsy, I don't speak my mind. Lord, come save my people.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. This is Mazi Kwensu. As I welcome you, please endeavor to welcome others. We are live at our various platforms on Facebook, Ikechukwu or Mazi Ezumezu. Also on Facebook, Mazi Ezumezu Kwensu and Ikechukwu Ezumezu. These are on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube, Ikechukwu Ezumezu. If you're not subscribed, please endeavor to subscribe. We are live on S Chukwu the Benjamin Ezumezu. So please, as you come in, please share the program and invite your loved ones. It's very important. Now, before I play other videos from Chan Arise TV, Nigeria media, no, I think I would love to go to Biafra Radio. Let's listen to our wise counsel, Barrister Aloy Ejimako. So for those of you that have not seen it, it's very important we go there. Hold on. Please, if you are not followed Biafra Radio, please go and follow Biafra Radio. You will be getting more news on Biafra Radio.
Recently, a Kenyan High Court made the same pronouncement. But well, if the court was misled by trial was being conducted, these very documents were tendered in evidence. So it compounded us, it confused us, that the court now made a pronouncement that the extraordinary rendition had no evidence before the court, that no evidence of it was submitted before the court. And you remember, least but not the last, recently a Kenyan High Court made the same pronouncement. But well, if the court was misled by believing by mistake that these things were not in the evidence, it also said and left the door open that such evidence be submitted. So we are coming back with that evidence, and it's going to be quantum and legion.
What about the first application on the NMA?
Well, that one too, it wasn't in evidence that the Nigerian Medical Association has intervened. So it came as a surprise, but there's a short date given of 8 days for the NMA to submit its report. So somebody is ill, you know, I don't think NMA is going to change much of that. But I think the judge wanted to leave the record open to admit every possible evidence regarding this matter. But meantime, we are disappointed. Our client remains ill and remains detained, and we're not happy about that. The situation requires urgent and emergent care. So whatever the court says today does not mean that the government shall withdraw back. Just 2 days ago, I wrote a letter. A private hospital has also expressed readiness to admit him here in Abuja. For security reasons, I won't mention the name of the private hospital. But the government, if the government appears to have issues with taking him to the national hospital, we have given them an option of a private hospital also here in Abuja.
So it's safe to say that the application to be transferred to the national hospital was rejected?
Rejected? No, it's pending. Yes.
One other information.
It hasn't been rejected. It's pending. Pending the admission of this report from the Nigerian Medical Association and the opinion of the Nigerian Medical Association. And you know, if you were in court, the judge had ordered that the committee or panel to be considered by the Nigerian Medical Association shall have a member from the National Hospital. So National Hospital is still in play.
Thank you very much.
One other information, please. One other information. We are saying that the judge has no jurisdiction whatsoever to try Mazi Nnamdi, because that particular issue of being a victim of extraordinary rendition must be determined, and that one will be whether they will be the one that will confer jurisdiction on the court. And the court said there is no evidence before him. Now we are going to supply evidence before him that Nnamdi was extraordinary rendition. Then, having done that, there is no case to answer. So that you should go home with that. And if we are
they fail to do otherwise, we will not see it as a war against the Igbos.
Thank you.
And just like he said, just like he said,
you can't be negotiating with terrorists.
just like he said, there seems to be in this country two sets of rules. One rule for the Igbos and one rule for every other Nigerian. This is a unique opportunity for Nigeria to be circumspect and look towards a political solution to this matter, and for especially as it concerns high crime and criminality in the Southeast. So we are all disappointed, but God has not spoken yet. We will come back and show that the extraordinary rendition was indeed included in the submissions made to the court, and then the judge, like the barrister said, we will know whether he has jurisdiction or not. But for the Igbo people, this is your time to rise up and to speak up and to say enough is enough.
Enough is enough. Yes. You have said it enough.
You can't be negotiating with the body and you're striking and you are attacking an innocent man
Who did nothing?
and you think that
No, this is wrong.
very wrong.
Representative of Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu. We're very disappointed. Representative of Mazi Nnamdi, Kanu. We're very disappointed in the ruling of the court today, where especially the court took a position that the extraordinary rendition was not going to be part of the consideration today. But he, however, to be fair to him, said if we can prove that there were extraordinary rendition, then that would change his consideration. So we are coming back. I've been assured by the lawyers that they are coming back to show that proof. One, the issue of jurisdiction. We will now know whether this court has jurisdiction or not. That's number one. Then number two, there seems, I keep saying it, there seems to be two sets of rules in this country. One for the Igbo man and the other one for every other Nigerian. Where every other Nigerian gets a reprieve, the Igbo man would not get a reprieve. You look at even the issue of the health situation of our brother. There have been many circumstances where people have been given opportunities to go and seek medical care, yet Nnamdi is denied. Even the president, at every consideration, the president goes overseas to take care of himself. He doesn't even subject himself to Nigerian medical attention. So it is very wrong for them to deny Nnamdi, who the doctors have laid clear evidences that he's having insufficiencies, organ insufficiencies. And what is the government waiting for? For him to die? And then the circumstances will now be brought up again? So, but for the Igbos, I'm more disappointed with the Igbos. The political leadership of the Igbo land, the spiritual and otherwise concerned, are keeping quiet, extraordinarily quiet, on the issue of Mazi Nnamdi.
The House of the Senator will be Agwacha. Just hold on, please, sir. We appreciate you for all your efforts. You always in the courts with our leader Mazi Nnamdi, who is your brother. What I want to say that you say that you are disappointed for the Igbos. Yeah. Mazi, I think maybe not. I will not play it on this program because it's going to take much time. Maybe tomorrow I may do it tomorrow. I'm going to cut out my phone conversation with PG on Ndi Igbo, Senator John Mbata, Senator John Azota Mbata. Tomorrow I'll play it out. My conversation on a live broadcast. What he said to me. That statement will tell that man is just calling the release of Mazi Nnamdi on just his lips. So we understood what you said, what you are saying, Senator. But guess what? Anago ofu onye olu azụ. Anago olu niile azụ. What Mazi Nnamdi is fighting is not for Mazi Nnamdi, but it's for entire Igbos and all Biafrans and all mankind on this planet. Because Mazi Nnamdi stands for freedom. Let me allow you to continue, sir. Ndewo, sir.
Especially when it is shown that when it concerns to others, especially in the north, the government is negotiating with terrorists, non-terrorists, dressed up who with guns and various ammunition, and yet they have not proved that Nnamdi Kanu is a terrorist. So it is up for Igbos to now rise up to ensure that we come in total defense of our brother and ensure that, especially in the administration of criminal justice, that he is not being marginalized. So Igbos should rise up for once and to say that all this spectacle, that enough is enough.
Excuse me. Nigerian Medical Council, now listen. The Nigerian Medical Council, you people examine Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on, that was 3 days ago. Yes. And the report will have it where you people said that the report given by IAJ did not even capture the entire health condition of Nnamdi Kanu. You discovered more. That you people should not doctor that report, because court has ordered that you people should bring that report to court. We know what is happening in Nigeria, because now that it involves Nnamdi Kanu and the Igbos, they may force you people or may intimidate you people, because we learned that DSSS are even trying to intimidate eminent Professor Emeritus, Professor Araj, who has been a Provost College of Medicine, University of Nigeria, who has been a dean. His medical record is there, and somebody that is not even a consultant is questioning the report given by Araj. Now the team, you people constituted, met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that was 3 days ago, at the DSSS, and Nnamdi Kanu subjected himself. We have that report. That report, as you people have it, provide it in court. Having said that, now what gave rise to this particular issue of medical council is the petition I personally submitted against Dr. Mohammed Nasiru from DSSS, the doctor that never examined Nnamdi Kanu, but he decided to depose falsely on oath. 37 paragraph affidavit. I submitted that petition. It was on that basis that Attorney General ordered the medical council to constitute a different board. We have been following it up, and that petition must be heard. And the Dr. Nasri should be, with his license as a medical doctor, if he is, should be withdrawn. I, Chief Barrister Maxwell Opera PhD, is submitting. It should be there. Just like what Honorable said, I'm highly disappointed to my fellow Igbo people.
Oh my God.
Nnamdi Kanu is suffering this because he's an Igbo.
Yes.
We must say it.
Yes.
Had it been that Nnamdi Kanu is from the north or from the south or southwest, he wouldn't have been there by now.
He would have been free.
And everybody's keeping quiet. Both the religious leaders, both the political leaders, both those in diaspora. Nothing is happening. You feel that you Nnamdi Kanu that is listen. I'm not disappointed. So this is the genesis. The judge said that he's not aware of extraordinary rendition. We are taking it like that. We are going to bring a formal application. We are going to attach all the whole judgment given by even Kenya. The country said that yes, our country did not do well. Now Malami is he has turned activist. The Malami that comes in, he has turned activist. He's now in opposition. As you are doing anything, remember that you cannot be in government forever. Yes, tomorrow. That is my message to you. Thank you. I want to say something.
And finally, hold on. And finally, to conclude everything, it is despicable. We take a serious exception to the fact that the doctor that examined Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, emeritus professor of medicine, well renowned all over the world, that someone from the government side reported him to the Nigerian Medical Association, and he was summoned to Lagos to face a panel, all because he returned the truthful diagnosis on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So this persecution knows no bounds. We are wondering when they are going to come after the lawyers as well. They are now going after the doctors. The idea that the doctor, the primary physician for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, chosen by him, is being intimidated by the government is despicable. The primary goal of everybody should be the health condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For now, not the intimidation of anybody that brings the truth before the authorities. The doctor is a witness of truth, and on that truth we shall stand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health condition is very paramount, and everybody should go out there and talk about it. You cannot stand trial if you are not healthy. Thank you very much.
I want to say something very important, because I'm thinking that this ruling favors us. To some extent, the judge said that there is no evidence of extraordinary rendition before him. That is the case of jurisdiction. He has said it. Yes. So we are not entering defense until the court determines it. Whether he has jurisdiction or not. So the court has given us a hint. We are going to file it and bring the evidence that the court has. Once it discovers that then the court has no jurisdiction. So let us go with hope in our heart that the door is not closed. Very well. We are going to do it.
So this is the wise counsel and the rest of the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu team, but the sons are not here. Like I said, please go and follow Biafra Radio. Here you'll be getting all those news. It's there. The videos was loaded, uploaded there, and there we get the information you need to get. If you want to ask questions, you can inbox them. They will inform you whatever you, or they will respond to you. So, wise counsel, Barrister Ejima and the rest of the team. As na Ebunenazo or Biogo, they are going home to prepare for the next battle about extraordinary rendition. Remember, the wise counsel always say that they cannot try Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They always put that one by the corner. So now they're going to present all the facts that the lawyer say, the judge say he didn't see it. Now they're going to present it. And remember what I said earlier, they are buying out time. When they present all this facts, guess what? Now the judge will tell you they want to look into it. Before you know, they will give you 1 month or 2 months. Let's watch. Let's hope it did not come to that. Now I'm going to play two more videos, but I'll put out my link. If you want to come in to contribute, you are free to do so. It's very important. And they won't. Yeah. Austin, I have for your respond. Austin. Ịma na eziokwu na-agba agba na ntị. Austin egwogo ka ị ka nọ. My brother Austin. Respond, okay? So let's listen. Watch this video.
Well, let's head over to Katsina State now, where terrorist leaders this week held peace meetings in 2 local government areas of the state, with local authorities and community stakeholders pledging their commitment to cease hostilities and promote stability under the federal government's Operation Safe Corridor initiative. The meetings held in Sabuwa and Matazu local government areas included LGA chairmen, state assembly members, and a number of prominent terrorist leaders. According to reports, the discussions focused on reconciliation and a cessation of hostilities. Both parties gave assurances that they would work towards lasting peace, and local authorities announced that consultations will continue to consolidate the process. While speaking at a peace talk, one of the terrorist leaders, Kachala Umaru, warned security operatives against the kinetic approach to insecurity, stating, "If today you kill 10 bandits, tomorrow you'll see 20. You kill 20, another 30 will rise." Umaru claimed that killing them only worsens the situation and accused the government of prioritizing money generation over the people's welfare. He also called for mutual cooperation and respect for any terms of agreement between the terrorists and security agencies, warning that the peace talks would be meaningless if security operatives are not told to leave them alone. Well, we know this news has ignited public debate over the contrasting government responses to these terrorists and the case of detained Ipob leader Nnamdi Kanu, who remains in custody of the Department of State Services while facing trial on terrorism-related charges, despite the 2022 Court of Appeal ruling that discharged and acquitted him. We also have reports, and we know that the DSS, under the current Director General Adiola Ajayi, has been accelerating trials, including the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous peoples of Biafra. Today, he was seen arriving at the courtroom for the ruling on his no-case submission at the Federal High Court in Abuja.
So, Biafrans, the link is there. If you're on S&O, the link is there. The link is on YouTube. The link is also on Facebook. Mazi. Now let's play the second video.
And joining us today from the nation's capital, Abuja, to discuss this is Mr. Pelumi Olajengbesi. He's a human rights lawyer. Thank you so much for joining us on the program.
Yeah, thank you very much.
What do you think about this development?
Well, the development we're seeing recently, in every democracy, the principle of rule of law is of utmost importance, and every government must ensure that the whole of government business must be in confines with the rule of law. And so what we have seen recently, particularly as it affects the crisis between Ipob and the Nigerian army, is a flagrant abuse of our law. It ultraviolates the provision of our constitution and other penal law that guides the operation of the Nigerian government and, of course, the Nigerian army. The Nigerian army invaded Ipob, labeled Ipob a terrorist group. The law has made provision on how to go about this. To start with, number one, the Nigerian army does not have the right to carry out the assignment they did, because it is solely an exclusive assignment of the Nigerian police force. And so the Nigerian army cannot take over the assignment, the responsibility of the Nigerian police force in an attempt to make the government or in an attempt to glorify a particular person. So I believe strongly that what the Nigerian army has done is against our law, and it's very, very dangerous for our democracy, because it's a mockery of the system of government we practice in the general public and, of course, in the global world. We're in a situation whereby we are seen to abuse a law. Or when you look at the grounds or the reasons why the Nigerian army labeled this organization a terrorist group, you will understand that all of these reasons are not within the confines of the law. The law made it very, very clear that for an organization to be proscribed or to be labeled as...
Biafrans, let's welcome the regional coordinator all the way from America, Mazi Chiezuku. Mazi, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. They will.
As a terrorist organization, there are procedures that must be followed. Number one, the Inspector General of Police or the AG, that's the Attorney General of Police, or the NSA, the National Security Advisor, is supposed to prepare an application to the courts, and the judge in chamber can grant that application. However, such an application must receive the endorsement of the president, and that's the provision of the law. As the judge has the responsibility to check the basis and the grounds of this application. We must be able to differentiate between civil disobedience and, of course, civil disobedience and terrorism. There are laws on ground to checkmate people who have done things that are contrary to our laws. We have the law that has to do with treason. We have the law that has to do with murder. We have the law that has to do with civil disobedience and all of that. So I believe strongly that if an individual or a group of individuals has done something contrary to our laws, such people must be treated within the confines of the law. However, proscribing the organization or declaring the organization is a deliberate celebration of ignorance, which is very, very terrible. So I think it is important that the Nigerian government should review our action. The Nigerian army quickly rushed to the public to declare this organization a terrorist group without consulting the requirement, the position of the law, to understand what exactly should be done. Now, in my own view, I believe that this is a pressure group who they have a responsibility to make demands. Looking at some of the statements and some of the actions of Ipob, talking about hoisting their flag in public.
But what about where, Mr. Olajengbesi, what I need to come in here. What about where safety is concerned? This is not the first spy film dance the Nigerian army had. This is the second, and the rationale is to flush out criminals from the southeast.
Yeah, the business of the Nigerian army is not to flush out criminals in the society. The Nigerian police force have an exclusive duty, looking at our constitution section 215 sub 3 specifically, mandated the Nigerian police force with the instruction of the Nigerian president to ensure that public safety and of property is guaranteed, is secured in our society. So when you talk about public safety, it is an exclusive assignment that has been vested in the Nigerian police force. The Nigerian army can't take over the Nigerian police force. They were not trained to work within the human or the community system. They are trained to fight war. So it is only in a situation where there's insurrection, that is when the Nigerian army can step in with the direction of the president. However, when you are talking about public safety, the Nigerian Police Force is an organization where you look at the Nigerian Police Act, they have the sole responsibility to ensure that there is public safety is guaranteed. And all of this must be done within the confines of our law.
But what about the southeast governors? They did what they did in the interest of the people.
The Southeast governors?
Yes.
Well, what the Southeast governor did also is political anyway, but it's not in confines with the law. The Southeast governor declared in public that Ipob activities have been proscribed. In the first place, Ipob was not registered under the Southeast governor. The Southeast governor is not a constitutional organization, is not the constitution of Nigeria. The Southeast governor have no business. Our law says that every group of persons have a right to organize themselves, have a right to freedom of association, and they have a right of expression. However, in the course of carrying out all of this right, if there is any way they've actually breached the laws of the land, the Nigerian police force have a duty to arrest such person, investigate such an act, and also prosecute such person. When you look at a situation whereby the Nnamdi Kanu as a person is going through a procedural process, I think it is important that we allow this process to continue than jumping the guns and doing some of the things we are doing currently. So the Southeast governor also did that from their own thinking, but it was quite wrong. It's against our law, it's against our constitution, and it has no place in the history of Nigerian politics.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. We have been speaking with human rights lawyer Mr. Pelumi Olajengbesi.
So I think this will be the last video I will play today. By tomorrow we'll come up with another video because I know too much of information. I know some people cannot handle it. Now this is a woman rights lawyer, a Yoruba man, saying it the way it is, saying the truth. Saying the truth, the way and manner the IPB was prescribed was not according to Nigeria constitution, according to the law. And you can see us then. We only go with flag and flyer. But guess what? Those people in the north, they call them bandits. They call them bandits. I was passing through in TikTok. And a Fulani man say they have bandits, they don't have terrorists. They say because now, as he said they have bandits, they don't have terrorists. And someone asked him, what is the difference between bandit and terrorist? He said bandits are people that are kidnapping for ransom, they are looking for they want to build their economy or demanding for or putting a pressure on the government to do something for them. That's how he identify or he explain bandits. And he said terrorists are people that meant to shoot at any time they see them. That terrorists are people that goes against the constitution or the law of the land. So now you can see the reason why they call these people bandits. But guess what? They are terrorists. They have by hundreds or thousands of civilians, military, police. Still yet, they are giving them a peace deal. Just like what the senator said, that they have two laws in Nigeria, one for Nigerians and one for Igbos. Now, to my Igbo brothers that allow themselves to be used by these agents, by these Westerners, by these oil companies, or in any way, I want to ask you a question. Igbo nwanne m sọsọrọ ya ebi n'ụwa a. Ịjụ nwanne gị onye ka ị ekwetere. Remember the history of Osman Dan Fodio. Remember the history of Osman Dan Fodio. We have a guest. Hello.
Hello. Keki Moga.
Yeah, no so bad. Please, your camera must be open. But your camera on one day.
Okay. My camera dey on. Oh, kamgbanye ọkụ.
Okay. Yeah.
Nwanne m keki.
Yeah, so bad. So bad. Please, can you tell us your name and maybe stand on LI. This is the first time I'm not following my program.
Yes. Afọ m bụ Chukwuebuka Nwafọ.
Okay.
Esi m Lagos afọ.
Okay, Lagos.
Anọ m Lagos.
Wow. Tomorrow can actually equal about the things that are going on in Lagos tomorrow. We saw what is happening in Lagos. But
Obviously, it's too much.
Tomorrow I want to talk about it tomorrow. And that's this thing. Yeah. And then one day you are welcome to the program. So yeah, we why.
Na mụ nwekwa ike ikwu bụ na ike ama ngwa unu n'ọrụ a. Ọrụ unu malitere, Obinigwe ya agba unu ume. Nye unu ike. Unu ga-eji dunata Biafra. Onye isi anyị bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Chukwu gbaa ya ume. Nye ya ume ọ ga-eji nagide mmegide niile a na-emegide ya. Na ihe mmakwa mbụ na emele enu emele anị. Anyị nwe mmeri.
Okay.
Yes. Na o tege aka ọ dịba njọ ya adịrịrị mma. Na-agwa ụmụnne m bụ onye ike agwụkwa n'onye ọbụla n'ọrụ a. Mmeri bụ nke anyị site n'aha Chukwueke Abịama. Ise. Ana m ọgwụ ka ọ ha n'ọnụ.
Well, first of all, you are welcome to the program. And first of all, I must appreciate you because it's not easy. Because in my program, I don't put on phone number, and when you come up, if you don't on your camera, I will take you out. So I have to appreciate you that it's not easy for you to turn on your camera because my brother, my videos, I'm on my born so I appreciate you and I say keep it on. The fact is that we must not maybe out of afraid or we bow to these people. I am man Jojo
possible.
No, I am man Jojo if these people are doing whatever they are doing, not in secret, I am a man in secret.
Yes.
So the fact is that, like you said, onye ọbụla, our hands must be on deck.
Yo,
You know,
anyụkọ mamịrị ọ na-agba ụfụ.
yeah, yeah, our hands must be on deck. Now,
Yeah.
the court aga yesterday have proved to a lot of people that there is two laws in Nigeria, one for Nigeria and one for Igbos.
Yes.
No,
Which
one
is
for
not
Igbo.
supposed.
Yeah, yeah. So, and now my message to our Igbo brothers, our Igbo mothers or sisters, that they have a bigger platform, or they have the weight on the government, or that are keeping quiet. I want to tell them something. Let them remember how Osman Danfodio came to Nigeria, how he deceived the Northerners. At the end of the day, he take over from the North. He take over. Today, Hausas are under them. Few people. So
yes,
if our Igbo elders, traditional rulers, church leaders, governors, politicians, elite think that what Mazi Nnamdi is fighting is for him alone, they are joking. Look at what is happening in Lagos today. Look at what is happening in Lagos today. That will tell them something. What today?
It's really affecting them now. Everybody is crying. Now they realize the mistake that they've done.
Okay. And at the same time, because tomorrow I'm going to say it the way it is. Our people
Yes.
are still. We have some bad element among us. There is a video I saw. Zenko. It wasn't Zenko, that bought about 60,000 acres of land. Now,
Zenko.
yeah. Now, Zenko went and buy that land. That place he bought, people were living there. I think that was the Ilaje side. Is it Aja or something like that? I don't know. They call that place.
Yeah,
The people that are living there, 80% that are Igbos. A lot of people were sent home. Their house was demolished and everything. At the end of the day, an Igbo man went there and buy the whole land, 60,000 acres of land. And I asked Zenko, you must be a foolish man.
Obviously.
You think you are in good times with this government. But after this government, what will happen? Whatever structure you put on there, they will come and demolish it. Now, maybe some of them will say Zenko is smart enough. Yes, they demolish it, but Igbo man buy it. Oga, in fact, you are destroying your lays. Leave them, let them as they destroy it, let them develop it, or let them sell it to Chinese people or to foreigners, because it will be so difficult for them if a foreigner bought that land for them to go. Okay, let me ask you: those property they are destroying, or will not a Chinese man, or will not the Chinese will all those things? Will they destroy it?
Possible.
Thank you. Thank you. So, but tomorrow I'm going to treat that. I'm going to treat that issue by tomorrow. But what I'm saying, our Igbo brothers, no matter the hate or no matter the AV, wherever Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, put it aside and know that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting is for betterment of me and you, for our generation to come. What is fight is not for. It's not a personal thing. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a prince. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was living well. He lived in UK. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come from a rich family. His background is not poor, but all the everything. Not lie. Still yet, some people me. Well, so bad on Mars, Thank you for coming in, because I will be closing now. It was almost 2 hours now. Can I the program now? You are welcome to the.
I've been following you. And later I decided to come live.
Okay, wow.
I've been listening to the program from Bear Life.
Wow. Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Yeah. This is the only thing, you see this thing they are doing in Lagos. it will backfire. Just mark it. Oh yeah, backfire.
Yes,
It will
now.
backfire. You know, and whatever they are doing, what go and listen to that message between Alhaji Kunle and one Igbo man. Whatever they said there, that video was I think about 3 years ago. Whatever they said there, that's what they
Yes.
are planning. That's what they are implementing now. That's what they're implementing now. But guess what? I
Eziokwu.
see that na mmadụ na-eme nke o ji ọ bụrụ mmadụ Chineke na-eme nke o ji bụ Chukwu okike abịa. You know,
Yes.
uche mmadụ abụrụ uche Chineke. You know, all I know
Mana
this
eziokwu.
journey, this struggle was ordained by Chukwu okike abịa. You know, and Mazi
Yes.
Nnamdi Kanu was born for this. They cannot destroy
Yes.
Mazi and they cannot destroy this
Definitely.
movement. You know, Mazi Ndewo,
Definitely.
Ndewo, you are welcome to the program. Ndewo, Ndewo.
Daalụ
Okay,
hinne.
brother.
Chukwu gọzie.
Okay, brother.
Daalụ.
Ndewo. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So Biafrans, so we are winding down now. So we are closing now. Like I said before, the topic this is a global conspiracies against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and against Biafrans. Whatever you see that is going on today, was orchestrated by Westerners, by these oil companies in our land. This is the fact. By these oil companies in our land. Don't think that Nigeria government, Ndi Igbo, But the fact is, you utilize that now. These white people, they are not the one in the land in Nigeria doing it, holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but they are using our own people to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are using our people to destroy what we are doing. Remember, go and listen to one of Gowon's statements. Gowon said that he don't want to go to war. That he don't want to go to war. That it was a call he got from British government that pushed him to the war. They said to him, you must fight. And guess what? Do you know why? Because of the resources. They care about the land. They don't care about the people. Ana m asụ na onye fụtara ya afụ echi. Ndụ nwoke, ndụ nwaanyị. Mmiri ama nta, azụ ama anwụ. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ya dị ka echi na echi adị agwụ agwụ. N'osisi fụrụ ya na-etu ukwere amajili ya onu. Na onye fụrụ ya na-etu ihe mere nwa ya ya eme ya. Na ilo na-asị na-egwu ana ọfọ na ogwe nwere mkpochi. Mberede nyi dike mana mberede ka eji ama dike. Na ndị mbụ na ndị egedere ichewe our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Alọbụrụ agụ ana Igbo ichewe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mbosi eke, mbosi oye, mbosi abụ, mbosi nkwọ. Afịa na Igbo na-azụ na-echewe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Nri ọ ya eri ya bụrụ ọgwụgwọ ọya n'ime arụ ya. Mmiri ọ na-aṅụ ya bụrụ ọgwụgwọ ọya na-arụ ya. Onye si na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ama mbi, o were nkata chụwe mmiri, ọ bụ na ojuro na-anata na. Ana m asị na Igbo amaka, Igbo ka anyị ji eje mba, Igbo ka anyị mara onwe anyị, Igbo ka anyị jiri ofu obi, Igbo ka anyị jiri ofu obi, ka anyị mara na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were God sent to us. Na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were gift to us. Na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were blessing to us. Ana m asị ka ọ meere anyị mbọsị eke, mbọsị oye, mbọsị afọ, mbọsị nkwọ. Afọ na Igbo na-azụ. Ndewonu.
My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of indigenous people of Biafra. Heaven forbid. I lead indigenous people of Biafra all over the world. You don't have a government yet. When you do, I will tell you. And I will not be the one leading it, I can show you. When the time is right. Right now we have no government because we do not lie. And I have to say, people wonder what is the secret. We don't lie. What will you do to me if I tell you the truth? You don't do anything. Therefore, we look at you and we tell you the truth. And I have to say, we don't claim something that we are not. We do not inflate something that the world may find us acceptable. We prepare our message to be acidic as possible, that the fake ones may run away from us. We don't lie. We don't come and pretend that we have United Nations observer status when we don't. We don't come to you and tell you that 99 countries all over the world is now supporting Biafra when that is a lie. We don't build hotels. We do not build hostels. We don't, I hasten to add, engage in oil swap deal for our freedom. We don't fight for resource control. Resource control is the exclusive preserve of criminals who don't understand what freedom is all about. We are not interested in resource control. We only want our freedom. And that's exactly what we are going to get. Wherever there is IPOB fighting for this freedom all over the world, I lead them. I also command the armies of Biafra, and heaven knows Biafra banani obele nwa monye feribeku chukwu zitelania chukwu okike bịa mazitelie ka ọ bịa tọpụ ụmụ Biafra na-akpụ ka ọ tọpụ anyị na-abụ Naijiria chukwu zitelania ma ndị ilofa jụzila ajụnụ mana anyị nwekwa mmeri. Na 2015 ụbọchị enyanụ anyị wee mebe ife dị n'ime ya anyị wee jebu n'ikpenụ wee chọba ndị kpọrọ anyị na mkpọrọ ndị gbochiri anyị ka anyị na-achọ ma nye fụrụ ọba ole n'ụwa ka ịmala na fa na-agbazi ọsọ na-achụzi fa mana fa mara na anyị nwe mmeri n'ife ọ bụ na anyị
anyị tinyere aka n'ụwa na-agala anyị ya ka anyị ji bụrụ ụmụ Chukwu okike abịa ma Nnamdi Kanu keduzi ife mesịrị na odogwu na-ebula abụka abatago obodogo nwa onye fara ikpe ekwu abalaze na akpọ ya ode kalaka ife mena ya n'elu ụwa ka ibili ị ga-adị ndụ n'elu ụwa fụ Biafra His Majesty nwa onye olu mba na ọmụ na-ekwu akụmọfọ na nini ịgafụ ife ọma ebe isi na anyị ga-ewele onwe anyị webulie elu isi ife ọma ga-abụ nke ya ngwa kenebenu Kanu
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ike abụgo ndị ilo ya
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ike abụgo ndị ilo ya
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ndị ilo yi na-achọzi dialogue
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
ndị ilo yi na-achọzi dialogue
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
Ọhamadike Biafra
Nnamdi Kanu Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị
Nnamdi Kanu
mmeri ga-abụ nke gị